This is Cricbuzz Chatter with Adam Collins and Michael Vaughan, and I'm sorry to report there wasn't a single ball bowled on the third day at Southampton. It was a shocking day, really. It rained, it drizzled, it was bad light. Vaughanie, give us a sense of what it was like and how frustrating it was at the ground.
Well, it's frustrating for everyone, but I have to report that to my left is Phil Tufnell, who's singing in a pair of pyjamas, and behind me you've got Jonathan Agnew playing the banjo. I'm not too sure what the song is, but it's one of those days, lots of frustration. There was a period this afternoon where the light was a bit better, there was no rain, and not rain for 2 hours. All the covers were on, the hover cover was on, and the ground staff, what were they doing? They were playing cricket on the concourse. It's been a frustrating day. This morning the players practiced in the nets, the ball was fizzing around, so it was all right to practice. There was a little bit of football on the outfield, it was all right for that, but a frustration for everyone involved. Didn't seem to be a great deal of urgency, which is slightly frustrating for everyone here at the ground. And the next 2 days, I hate to report, but I don't think the forecast is that much better. So I'm going to have to stand on this balcony and listen to this guy behind me play the banjo with Tufnell singing a few songs in his pyjamas for a little while longer.
Vaughanie, there is big news in the cricket world today, though. The great MS Dhoni has decided to put the cue in the rack and retire from cricket. A slightly cryptic message on social media about the timing of it and so forth, but what a champion. He did everything he could possibly do for that team as far as winning trophies and leading them so magnificently, the IPL as well. Your recollections of the great man MSD?
Oh, I would say that in my time, he's the greatest white ball captain that I've ever seen. He's just a master from behind the stumps, of guiding his team through all the pressure situations. He almost brought pressure onto his team because he loved it that much. And again, you could argue that he's the greatest finisher in white ball cricket that we've ever seen. Again, he used to block it out, block a few maidens to build up that runway, knowing that he had the power to finish it off at the end. The helicopter shot, the World Cup final in 2011 in Mumbai, him kind of pushing himself up the order to see the team over the line with that massive six. I know that day was particularly about Sachin Tendulkar's retirement, but it was masterminded by MS Dhoni. He's clearly one of a few real legends that have played the game. And you look at India's cricket, you've got Sunil Gavaskar, you've got Sachin Tendulkar, Virat obviously is taken the mantle, but MS Dhoni is right there at the top in terms of the love that they have for him over in India and the fan base that he's got, the superstar, just his character, everything about him. He's got charisma, his links to the army, his motorbike love, his love of English football. He's a cool cookie, and obviously Indian cricket will miss him, but I think we'll see him for a couple more years in the IPL, so that's going to be great.
Yeah, let's hope so. In terms of the legacy, though, I mean, of course, all the trophies he won for India, but you go all the way back to 2007, that World T20, how that migrates into the IPL. He personified what it was to be a T20 cricketer, and that might be his biggest legacy on the game. Yeah,
I think so. I mean, when you talk the Indian Premier League, I guess you talk the teams, but very closely you go MS Dhoni. He is the Indian Premier League and has been for pretty much the mainstay throughout because of the way that he's played. He's probably more renowned for finishing games for the Chennai Super Kings because he's built up so much pressure and then delivered on so many occasions. But as you mentioned, the 2007 T20 win, that was massive for Indian cricket because they really went on to produce the IPL after that. The 2011 World Cup win for them in Mumbai, I was fortunately enough to be there, and it was just an incredible occasion. And what he'll do next, I'm sure he'll be involved in the IPL somewhere, and I'm sure Indian cricket are going to try and get all that knowledge and that calmness and that coolness and that ability to play pressure. There's only a small few that can really cope with big pressure situations, and MS Dhoni is up there with the best in being able to do so. So he's going to be a miss for Indian cricket in terms of playing, but I'm sure we haven't seen the last of his impact on the Indian team from probably either administration or a coaching role somewhere or just a mentoring role, because Indian cricket need all that knowledge into the younger players.
And I suppose you could say from a team perspective, it gives them a chance to recalibrate without Dhoni. Of course, he hasn't played since the World Cup last year in the blue, but I mean, they have to take the next step. The new generation now need to step up knowing that Dhoni won't be there.
Yeah, and someone like Rishabh Pant is perfect for that. He's a similar kind of player, very aggressive in the way that he plays the game. MS Dhoni's wicket keeping doesn't always get a mention, but if you look at his technical side of keeping, the ability to take the hands to the ball as it's beating the outside edge, there's only a small few wicket keepers that can do that. Generally, the ball hits the gloves and it goes away from the stumps and then comes back. So there's a split second that most keepers lose in taking a run out or taking a stumping or taking a catch. Well, MS Dhoni just meets it. Wonderful keeper. And as you said, it's now down to that next generation of someone like Rishabh Pant to try and take on the mantle from behind the stumps. And knowing now that he's going to play and have a long run in the side, it should be a good opportunity for him.
And pressing fast forward, nothing in the hotspot today. The hotspot is MS Dhoni essentially, but pressing fast forward to the test match we've been watching so closely. 2 days to go. What do you say if you're Joe Root to your Chargers? Indeed, what do you say if you're the Pakistan management as well? How do you frame this up with 2 days to go? I mean, I suppose Pakistan are the team that mostly need the result, but it's quite tricky, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we just hope to get enough overs to just try and get some kind of action towards a result. I don't think we're going to get enough play, but you just never know. The weather can sometimes surprise us here in the UK, and it could be a nice couple of days. If you get 98 overs over the course of tomorrow and then again on the last day, you just never know. There's certainly enough in the pitch for a team to get bowled out cheaply. Pakistan will get the ball in hand tomorrow. They'll try and get some early inroads. If they do, you'd feel if they can bowl England out to 140. You just never know, but unfortunately the forecast looks like it's going to win this week.
Let's hope for some good weather from somewhere. If not, it'll be what it'll be. Of course, today's all about MS Dhoni, and if we do get on tomorrow, follow it all on the Cricbuzz live blog and after play. We'll be here, of course, on Cricbuzz Chatter. Adam Collins and Michael Vaughan.
Cheers, guys. I must thank Jonathan Agnew behind me because he's given us a musical kind of background for that quick chat.